Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the Actually Villains BiasCast. Today, I am your hypecaster and play-by-play analyst, Tokyo. And with me is our analytics and color commentary,
Tidy Whitey McGee.
Tidy Whitey McGee. Here we have our bias for the Radiant team. Up on Radiant team, Venomancer picked up onto Enju. We are watching our friend Tricep Meat, aka Miguel, playing his very own signature hero pool with the Radiant team today. Coming out onto the Dire, we have a Spirit Breaker pick.
Interesting.
Now that you've played with and against a lot of Spirit Breaker.
I have played with and against a lot of Spirit Breakers. One of my good friends plays Spirit Breaker a lot. Definitely a good offlaner. I mean, you really can't play him in any other way besides Roamer. Those bashes are just, oh god.
They come out. It'll stun you out. We also have an Axe, another very strong offlane.
Now, wow, these are quick picks. Quick question. Axe. Venomancer's wards.
Yes.
Will those proc his spins?
Those will.
Interesting.
Those will.
So that's a good counter pick to Venomancer.
Interestingly enough, too, his spins can't kill Venomancer's wards.
Cannot?
Cannot.
Interesting.
So he will always be hit by a certain amount of wards, which will increase the number of spins, but also increase the damage.
Right.
It's a little give and take.
So maybe not the perfect counter pick, but still a good one.
But still interesting.
Io. Okay. Well, we'll see how this Io player does. I played against an Io player not that long ago. Wrecked me in lane. Almost lost that game because of that Io, but ended up picking out the W in the end.
Now, what do you think of this Underlord pick coming out on the Radiant team?
Underlord, I'm not sure how he's going to combo so well with everyone else. So far, I mean, a few more stuns would be nice. There's at least, but that's an ultimate stun. I don't see a lot of stuns on their team.
Even so, the Silencer pick coming out into the Skywrath Mage, likely their mid player. Mid v mid, I have to give this matchup to Silencer almost every time.
You think Silencer?
Absolutely. Silencer
I
mid.
don't know, that harass on Skywrath Mage with a bottle.
It's true.
That's nothing to joke at.
He can't do anything unless he picks up a BKB. He won't be able to cast any spells during Global Ulti.
True.
Once 6 comes out, which is where Skywrath's kill potential really lies,
Right.
6 will also be out, hopefully on the Silencer, depending on how the laning phase goes.
That is a sweet set.
That is dope. I'm changing sides, Dire forever. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and swap over now to the Hero Chase Cam. Taking a look here at the Radiant team, we got Tricep Meat on the Warlock, Underlord being driven by the Q70. I'm going to say Q70.
I'm not sure on that one.
Might be Kuzi. Might be Coley. Who knows? Over into the safe lane, we have a position 5 Venomancer popping out with Enju behind the controls. And Jezlak, officially my new favorite word, on the PA. Mid lane, we're going to have Malapaterp on the Silencer. Over on the Dire team, we are going to have LeftyPole_int on the Spirit Breaker. Lifestealer Skylar. Is this going to be a mid Spirit Breaker?
Wow.
Wow.
I saw a mid Earthshaker not that long ago.
You know?
Did great.
Well, he's setting up in position. It looks like they're going to be going in onto the top lane. The Underlord is out here. Going to be in vision. Briefly, let's go ahead and take a look at the Dire Fog. They see him. They're ready to go in on this man. They see him right here. You've got the Spirit Breaker in the sidelines waiting to charge, and the Lifestealer ready to open wounds, slow him up, with the Skywrath Mage dropping the Qs. The fight is about to start, and I am excited to see what goes on here. Alright, Tricep Meat taking a lot of the harass. He jumps out. The Spirit Breaker, he's on him. Some of the Qs are dropping out. The open wounds onto him. He's slowed up. He can't make it away. He's trying to get to the tree. He makes it, but he still dies. The Lifestealer on the back end getting burned down. Oh, the Underlord, he canceled it, but he drops the Q. It doesn't matter. There's still more regen coming out for the Lifestealer. They're very close. The Silencer now in trouble on the back line is going to die to the Skywrath Mage.
That's some good early gold right there.
That is some phenomenal early gold.
Although I will say, since the new update, those early deaths and those bounty fights, not as punishing.
Not as punishing
as it used to be.
7.22 new meta. We're just going to have to see how this goes. This is going to be a mid-Spirit Breaker with no regen. We're going 4 Iron Branches.
Now, why the 4? I mean, I don't even understand 4 Iron Branches.
So, I can only assume they give 1 to every attribute. So he's getting 4 strength off of this, 4 int, 4 agility. That's going to pump his armor a little bit, give him a nice 920 health pool. Up here in the top lane again, we're going to go ahead and take a look. This Underlord getting real ballsy. He does not give a shit about what these 2 heroes have to offer. Warlock dropping that, I forget the name of this skill, Shadow Word, onto the Lifestealer. Just keeping that harass up.
Sure, just whittling them down. You gotta shut that one down as much as you can.
Down in the bottom lane, we do have the Axe going a bit onto the Venomancer. The IO is going to be there keeping him healed up. He's got 2 tangos essentially burning at this time because he's getting all the regen from the IO.
It's just interesting laning. I'm a little surprised that the IO didn't go top with the Lifestealer. You would think that Lifestealer's damage later on, guaranteeing them getting them that gold, would be a lot more important than the Axe.
Perhaps, but I do think that this Axe is probably the only one that can shut this PA down. And look how low she is. He's going for the dive. The tower comes out. It doesn't matter. The charge, the PA is going to fall, but the Axe is going to die in return.
Is the Venomancer going to get him as well?
Well, the Spirit Breaker, he's not stopping. He's coming in. He's charging in. He's got the bash. He's got the stun. The IO now increasing the movement speed. He's falling very low. Will Enju make it out alive? The Spirits and the last hit coming out from the Spirit Breaker. The PA is jumping in though. She's got a dagger out. She wants revenge. The tower is going to give it to her. Wow. That was a lot of quick kills.
You know what was weird about that is it just gave the kill to the Venomancer.
It actually shared it. It shared it between the two because the tower got the last hit. So it's kind of splitting the gold between the heroes kind of involved outside of that. Up here on the top lane, this Lifestealer is still having a hard time. Very low HP. He's out of regen. He does have his passive 1 point in Feast, so he's going to have some lifesteal coming out here, but it's very clear that the Underlord is trouncing him in this lane. 10-3 to his 7-1. In the middle lane, we do have the Silencer coming out on top with last hits, with 11 last hits and 5 denies.
Wasting a lot of spells on an illusion too. I'm just saying.
He got played. He got played by that.
Really well on that one.
Looking at the other lanes, it does look like the Axe still taking a lot of damage. This PA is pissed at that initial gank. Just throwing out daggers whenever she can.
Sure.
We're looking at the Venomancer. He's thinking about dropping his Q. The IO is trying to get him healed up, but he's taking a little bit beyond his bounds. He takes hits from the tower, and the Q comes out from Venom.
The IO as well. He's going for it, taking a lot of damage.
He's going to get out. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Warlock and the Underlord take out the Lifestealer, but it seems to have cost the Underlord his life.
What's with the TP and going back?
It looks like he forgot to pick up his boots. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But that's fine. Jezlak, in the meantime, gonna go ahead and pick up a kill on the IO in the bottom lane that we were very distracted because of what was happening with the Underlord. Who knows? Maybe it's next level strats. Distract the caster, win the game. Up here in the top lane, we do have a Fatal Bonds out onto the Skywrath. He's taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of damage from this. Looks like he's just rushing his boots. He does have an Obs ward. They got these wards from the Radiant, spotting all of this out here.
Not surprisingly, that Silencer is beating that Spirit Breaker mid.
Now, Spirit Breaker is missing. It looks like he is going in on the bottom lane. He made a charge down onto the PA. She is falling low. You got the Axe just doing so much damage with his Q, and the IO is going to tick down to the tower. The Spirit Breaker goes back in with the charge, but the PA, she blinks!
Oh.
She's going to make it out of there!
Axe could have had that right there if he had turned.
And that's going to be a kill for the Venomancer. Incredible play, I have to say. We do have the Plague Wards coming out, trying to pick out this Spirit Breaker. He's just going to charge off to the top lane, get himself out, pick up a bounty rune, and move on. In the meantime, the Axe is found out by the Venomancer again. He's too strong.
This should make my life easier.
Did you catch who picked up the top bounty runes?
I did. Looking over at it, and if we review here, it does show that Warlock picked up both top bounty runes. That's going to be a lot of gold swing. You already see a 1k advantage coming out for the Radiant team. 7-5. The Fatal Bonds taking down
Warlock just chasing him
this
down.
Skywrath. The Warlock, he's going to back off. A silence does come out. They're both so low on the top lane. No kills to be had, but they're still definitely winning in this lane.
It's under attack.
They're forced to use up the shrine here. They're going to try and return it. Looks like the Spirit Breaker making a turn to the top lane. He's going in, but he doesn't have any allies, so we're going to have to see how this plays out for him. Underlord's just going to back off. Nothing's going to happen here. They get a little more harass onto the tower. Meanwhile, Silencer free farming in the middle lane, 28 and 14.
Yeah,
last
that
hits.
Spirit Breaker mid, I think, is a big mistake. You know, you're essentially giving up that middle lane.
We have a bit of a skirmish breaking out down here. Axe again jumps under the tower. He's taking so much damage. The Venomancer doesn't even care. He's just going to give it to the PA. The PA picks up a sweet kill, and the IO trying to make it out is going to go ahead and tether to a creep, get that bonus movement speed, and get out of there. This Axe, he's playing too fast, too loose. He wants to kill this PA. She's so low, he sees it, but she's got more regen.
You know, you get those...
Up in the top lane, it looks like something's coming out. The Silence out onto the Underlord. A lot of nukes coming down. The Spirit Breaker just awaiting the kill here, but he's going to go ahead, Pit of Malice, hit him with those waves of fire. He cancels the charge, almost has the kill, and the Fatal Bonds picks up the Skywrath in the background.
Radiant is just, I mean, they're just dominating here.
They're outplaying them in every lane. This is absolutely a stomp.
I'm not sure the strategy to picking a roamer, essentially, in the mid lane and then roaming with them and not contesting that middle lane. I mean...
I absolutely agree with you. I mean, the Skywrath, I think, absolutely should have gone mid.
Yep.
Looks like Io, now making a move up to the top lane, sees that his carry is struggling. It is going to be pinged out by the ward. We do see Underlord in the backside, but the Spirit Breaker, he goes on him. Io charging him up. The Pit of Malice, it comes out. He's trying to make it away. The Rage from the Life Stealer. Is he going to make it out of this alive? He's so tanky. And the heal coming out from Warlock. Now Life Stealer finds himself trapped under the tower. The Global Silence comes out, and that is going to be the end of a 4-man gank. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Axe dies again to the Phantom Lancer. He had no support.
Yeah, at this point, I think Dire needs to really group up.
Spirit Breaker going back in, though. Silence out on the Warlock. He's taking so much damage. He goes down. The Pit of Malice comes out, but there's 4 heroes. He's tanky, but not that tanky. He will fall.
There we go. So what I was about to say is I
The
think...
Spirit Breaker isn't done, though. He finds a Venomancer coming in behind the tower. The Silence comes out, but he is slowed up by that Venomous Gale. Whew, all right, let's hear from Hugh.
Interrupted by the game of Dota. That's all right. That's how it goes. Yeah, what I was going to say is I think what they need to do to make a little swing happen here was group up in A lane. I would have gone bot lane, bring all 5 heroes, get a guaranteed kill, you know, take them out, take away a little bit of the advantage they have, play with their psychology a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
They're not completely safe because if you stay 2-1 and 2, you know, they're just going to outfarm you and which has clearly been happening already.
Now the Axe going on the PA. She does have the Battle Hunger thrown out onto her. The Spirit Breaker charges in, and that's an easy kill.
Nicely done.
For the Axe. This is the kind of rotations that you were just talking about.
Sure, yeah.
The mind games that you need to play.
Exactly. And you know, with the new update, catching up is a whole new thing. You can lose all 3 lanes and still catch up in the end.
Yeah.
I think it's a great improvement to the game. You can't just steamroll people in the same way.
Silencer now looking to the top lane. They're going to drop everything they have onto the Skywrath. He's just going to run into the trees. Is he going to make it out? Nope. That's going to be a glaive from the Silencer. That's a little bit bonus intelligence for him. First one of the game. He is sitting nice and pretty with the top net worth. No, the PA is actually beating him despite him being highest in kills, but again, we're not even catching them. They're coming out so fast, it's like a machine gun rattling through.
There's a fight top.
There is a fight going on top. That is good. I should click on that, huh? There goes the Spirit Breaker onto the Silencer. He's dropping it out, but he's falling so hard. The Pit of Malice is out. The Fatal Bonds, the Shadow Word. He is not going to make it out of here alive. That last word is onto him, but he's making it out. There's nothing on the Fatal Bonds.
Oh.
He's going to live.
Wow.
Oh, and the Life Stealer's there too. He doesn't have a lot of health.
Down. There's not a lot he can really do.
The Life Stealer's just going to sit in the jungle. He's going to try and get some health from these creeps. Spirit Breaker, he's just going to make a run for it. Meanwhile, PA popping off in the bottom lane. We missed it again.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant with a 4K advantage, 5K now advantage.
Look at this PA, 4.5K net worth. The closest they have is this Spirit Breaker at 2.7K, and he's easily being trounced by the enemy mid laner, the Silencer.
Again, having a mid laner that's a roamer, and then roaming with them, not trying to contest that, because like with the Earthshaker in the game I played before, he stayed mid, you know, and ended up dominating the person.
The Spirit Breaker's just going to do a little bit of harass here. He's popping out. He does have level 6, but I don't think he has vision anymore. He can't pop his ultimate. They wanted to go in with the axe, but they are too late. Meanwhile, the Venomancer, he's coming in on the back lines. They're forced to retreat for now.
You know, one thing I don't see the Dire team doing a whole lot that they need to do if they're going to do these rotations is kind of ping someone out, let them know that you're coming.
There does seem to be a lack of communication coming out, but the Spirit Breaker doesn't care. He's going to keep hitting this PA until she knows they're not afraid of her. They should be, but they're not.
You know, that reminds me of my good friend who plays Spirit Breaker. We call him No Fear.
No, we do have a charge coming out onto the Underlord in top lane. Two heroes. We have the Io and the Skywrath.
Finally a ping, so then the team knows to go.
It looks like Life Stealer is moving in as well. This Underlord has no idea what's about to hit him. They're coming in. The silence is dropped. The Io pops in. Charge hits, and the ultimate comes out. There is, however, a silence from the Silencer. The Pit of Malice comes out, but it is too late. That is a very important kill on the Life Stealer carry. Meanwhile, Axe dies to the PA again, and we miss it again because that just happens every single time something goes on top lane, I guess. So we're going to keep an eye out for that in the future.
Oh, man. You know, this Axe needs to start playing a little more defensively, soak up some experience. You know, don't let him get too far. Don't worry about the harass, but if you're feeding that PA and that PA gets a Battle Fury or this early on,
oh, it could be disastrous. She could
absolutely
get so far ahead in farm. Now, on the bottom lane, the Io is being spotted out. It looks like three heroes converging. They're going to go for a Fountain Dive on this one. They drop the Venomous Gale down onto it. The dagger, the blink in, but she's caught by the axe. He doesn't get the call off in time. However,
Warlock drop.
That is going to be a Warlock drop on the ult onto the axe. The Fatal Bonds is going to tick down the Io. Spirit Breaker's going to charge in, but he's just not prepared for this. The silence comes out from the Skywrath onto the Venomancer, but he doesn't care. And the Warlock Golem is there just ticking away at his HP. In the meantime, the Silencer picks up a mid tower, and the PA is going to get gone on again by the Spirit Breaker. He doesn't have any mana. The Venomous Gale comes out, the blink, the crit, it doesn't matter. Next is one more hit, and they're gone. Skywrath trying to pick up a kill in the backline, but he doesn't manage to do so. He's too low on mana and health. There comes the dagger, and that's a double kill for the PA on the Radiant team.
Does she have a battle? Almost. She's so close to that Battle Fury.
That's it. It's right there. It's in her inventory. It's flying out to her on the courier. Meanwhile, top lane, Life Stealer is going to die off screen to the Underlord, who then picks up the Radiant Tower as well. Things are going so poorly for the Dire team. Bottom lane, it looks like they're trying to pick a fight. They want to get this tower. They're just pushing it down as fast as they can, but the creeps, they keep dying. What do you think Dire has to do to catch up in a game like this?
You know, there's a single hero top right now. They may or may not know that. They're grouping up to defend bottom. I say Glyph, sacrifice that tower, go for the kill top, maybe send the Spirit Breaker and one other hero to get that kill top, and then charge in with the Spirit Breaker down once they've been whittled down a little bit by that tower.
I agree with you, but there comes in the Life Stealer hiding inside of the Spirit Breaker. He goes for the charge. They take the Silencer down immediately, but the PA, she's in the back line. She's ready to fight. The Venomous Gale comes out onto the axe. Pit of Malice now down onto the Spirit Breaker, but he charges away. He's going for him. The PA, she blinks on him. The Axe gets the call off, but he has no armor. Nothing can protect him from this PA. The Lifestealer desperately trying to fight, looking for a return kill, anything for his team, but the PA is there. She's a monster. Dominating streak.
Can I see the levels real quick? I'm curious.
We can go ahead and take a look at the levels. Hero levels are popping off. PA very much in the lead. She's just going to clean up this aisle. Nothing matters. Dire at the bottom of the rung. Experience across the gold.
A GG already coming out in 15 minutes. Look at that. Stacked camps and everything.
Stacked camp. She's taking a lot of damage, though. She might need to back off of this. That was very close for the PA.
Yeah, stacked ancient camp. What is...
And she falls. Turns out that's exactly what the Dire team needed. It was a bait the whole time.
Is the Axe going to come in and take that? I'm curious.
You know, the Axe,
No.
I don't think he's strong enough to do so. He needs a little bit more.
He was
armor.
running towards it.
We are going to see down here the Underlord pushing this tower. Spirit Breaker has a charge coming out onto him. He is falling a little low because of the tower. The Spirit Breaker, he charges in. The Pit of Malice tries to come out, but the stun happens before it. And a bash! He's unable to get the stun off. He gets the stun now. The Venomous Gale comes out. This Spirit Breaker isn't fast enough. He drops the ultimate, but he's stunned up again by the Pit of Malice. And the heal comes out.
Warlock. I mean, there's nothing you can do there.
Nothing. 1 versus 3 on this team. Now they're going back to the jungle. They want this stack. They're looking at it. The Silencer completely ignoring that the Axe exists. Because he's just that much of a non-threat.
So as a Radiant, what I would do right now, honestly, team up is 5, take a tower. Team up is 5, take a tower. Team up is 5, take a tower. You know what I mean?
It looks like a Silence comes out. The Venomancer actually taking a lot of damage, but the Rock coming in from the Warlock. He's going to clean up in the back line along with the PA. 3 dead on the Dire team.
All that int going right to Silencer.
However, the Spirit Breaker, he's back in. He's dropping on top of the Venomancer. Now they're looking towards the Warlock, but he's going to hide inside of one of the creeps. He's not going to make it out of this. This Lifestealer is doomed.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep.
I mean, I don't know what you can do as Dire at this point. Silencer is a good counter to PA. Honestly, I would shift your focus, put the farm on that hero. It's the only thing that'll save you at this point.
You say Silencer is a good counter to PA?
Sorry, Skywrath.
Skywrath. Yeah, again, Skywrath mid. That was one of their biggest mistakes.
Axe running in. He thinks he's big and strong, and he's just going to die to the PA. The Pit of Malice stops the charge from the Spirit Breaker onto the PA. PA doesn't care. She's hitting the tower. These guys are going to take a Rax, but the ultimate coming out onto the Underlord. He's down at half HP. Everything's going wrong, though. The PA hitting the backline, jumping in. The Global Silence, not used. It was a regular Curse of the Silent coming out from the Silencer. They're just going to back off, reset, take things easy. Venomancer doesn't even care to be there. He's just going to farm in the top lane. Skywrath, so low, is going to fall down to the Arcane Curse. The same thing coming out now for the Spirit Breaker, but he should live long enough. Oh, and the dagger will seal his fate.
That's very frustrating as a player to get that. Oh, man.
Last word, taking him down. Hero levels aside, let's take a look at the net worth, see where everything rests. Unsurprisingly, PA sitting at the top, almost 9k gold.
I mean, almost worth double the Lifestealer. Certainly worth double the Spirit Breaker.
The Warlock and the Lifestealer sitting almost at the exact same net worth. Incredible game for the Radiant. They are killing it.
See, so with the new update, if Dire gets a couple, they pick off one person here, they pick off one person here, they take a team fight or something like that.
Speaking of pickoffs, they're going in. However, the Venomancer is going to drop his ultimate. It doesn't matter. The Lifestealer, he rages out. The slow comes in. The charge from the Spirit Breaker. It looks like we're getting one rotation from the Underlord, trying to save his Venomancer. The Pit of Malice comes out, but it's not going to stop the Spirit Breaker. Comes in for that kill. Skywrath dropping his ultimate, trying to get just a little bit more. Now they're going to chase the Underlord. He's dropping in. They do have him caught, but the Global Silence, it comes out. Guardian Greaves is going to protect up the Silencer, who is looking to pick this fight and take it further. The Arcane Curse ticking down. Pit of Malice comes out onto the Spirit Breaker. That's another +2 intelligence. to
I think
the silencer.
PA is in their base right now.
PA is in their base. She's dying. She's dying to it. They actually took her out. That's a 10 times godlike streak to the enemy carry. Just like that, he's third in net worth.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, that comeback mechanic.
PA diving a little too far on the back line of that fight.
They definitely need to bring someone out there with the life stealer just in case he gets jumped on.
Meanwhile, they're just going to secure up runes. They do still have map control. They're going to get all 4 runes on the side of the Radiant. Life Stealer, well, it looks like he's farming something up here. He's trying to get a Basher. I don't know if I agree with this, but they have to do something about this PA. Any sort of control on their team is another asset they can use to win these fights. Down here in the bottom lane, we do have the Spirit Breaker. Looks like he might be trying to build an Orchid, perhaps, or a Echo Saber. Echo Saber, more likely. Greater chance for greater bash. They are getting pinged out here, though. The Underlord, he wants to pick this fight. He's getting gone on by the Spirit Breaker, though. He's dropping it. Axe stands there, dumbfounded, looking at it. Runs away from the fight because here comes the rock. Guardian Greaves comes out. It keeps the Underlord alive. The Q's dropping from that Skywrath, but it's not enough. He's healing. He might actually make it out of this. Meanwhile, in the back line, so much damage coming out from the immense amount of DOTs on the Radiant side.
That was totally Axe's mistake. If Axe goes in on that, they turn, the Warlock shows up, they go on the Warlock too.
He could have had the call. In the meantime, a last word popping out with the Fatal Bonds onto the IO. I don't think he's going to survive this. That's another kill for the Warlock. Whew. Last word coming out from the Silencer, just trying to do a bit more damage onto that Axe. It's not enough to get the kill, but they will have to reset. And there's a rock right here. They're pushing high ground. There's nothing that the Dire can do about this. The Underlord sitting at the front line. He's got his Guardian Greaves off of cooldown. It does seem like the Spirit Breaker wants revenge, though. He's going for that middle lane. A Global Silence comes out. The PA knows something's up. The Blur comes out, but it doesn't matter. He's there hitting her down. It's going to turn into a man fight here. She's got the lifesteal. They're going to take her out easily. On the bottom here, we see the Axe falling somewhat low. The Lifestealer going in on the back line. He's trying to get any sort of kills he wants. The Silencer dropping all sorts of skills here, but it looks like the PA is going to eventually drop the Spirit Breaker, and there goes a lot of their control. This PA is here now. She's ready to rumble. And everybody backs off just as that happens, but it's a buyback! The Battle Hunger drops onto the PA. She goes invisible with the cape. It doesn't matter. The Q dropping out from the Underlord. All sorts of ultimates being used. Everything is on the line in this fight. The Venomancer falls. The Spirit Breaker takes down the Axe, the IO. They're all dead. They're trying to man up and fight this Lifestealer. He pops Rage. He has to get out of here. He can't fall. He's the only defense they have. The slow coming out from the Warlock. They're chasing, but he's just too damn fast. He's leading them away from the barracks. They did take out one of them, and the Skywrath is going to remain. Picks off the PA in the back line. I gotta say, that fight, it didn't go Dire's way, but given what happened at the end there, they really pulled it back.
Yeah, that was a mistake chasing down that Lifestealer. They should have secured the racks there with their PA. Don't worry about that little kill that you can get. He's not going to do much later on. Take out that Skywrath, possibly.
Objective Gaming is gone. They're pinging him out here. They do still have vision that he's over here. But it looks like the 3 heroes on the side of the Radiant don't care. They're going to go for the push in this lane. Io stuck at the bottom lane. Axe sitting here, rather useless in the middle lane. Skywrath popping off all the spells that he can think. Venomancer doesn't give a fuck about the rest of the game. And the Silencer! The ultimate comes out from the Skywrath, but the Guardian Greaves saves him. There is a charge from the Spirit Breaker. He's coming in the middle. He's trying to hit the Warlock, but he gets stopped by the Pit of Malice. Meanwhile, Silencer on the backline is getting hammered by this Lifestealer. It doesn't matter. The bash comes out. It's there. Venomancer comes in with a double damage rune. The rock is dropped by the Warlock. They're trying to take down this Lifestealer, and they do with relative ease. Fatal Bonds plus the Shadow Word doing some damage to the Spirit Breaker. He'll make it out. He's got 21 charges. In the meantime, Axe doing his part by running back to the front.
Key player of the game. Definitely a candidate for MVP.
That fight, it looked like it was going Dyer's way, but they only got the silencer.
That's all they got, yeah. I'm not sure I'd have
BKB popped by the PA. She's jumping in the back line. She wants this Skywrath. He's going down. One more hit, one more crit. Throw the dagger, and he lives, but it doesn't matter. She blinks on him. He's gone. Meanwhile, a lot of damage popping off from those towers onto the Venomancer. He might die. Here comes a charge from the Spirit Breaker. It's not enough. He pops a salve. He's trying to heal. The last word doing a lot. The crit coming out from the PA is doomed. It doesn't matter. There's nothing they can do.
Can I see the levels again?
Yeah, we're gonna pop these hero levels here.
Oh man, look at that. 20 when the next IS is 15. I mean, what do you do against that?
Closely by that position 5 Warlock.
Yeah.
Or it might have been position 4. He could run in the off lane for that one. Silencer doesn't matter. He doesn't even need to be there. We got some BM talk coming out from the Spirit Breaker. It doesn't matter. There's a 23k net lead onto the Radiant team. Dyer doesn't stand a chance. This is a second Rax falling, and there's nothing they can do. 4 heroes alive in the Axe. He certainly is going to try something. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. We got the PA blatantly ignoring him, going in for the kill on the back line. King charges the Spirit Breaker, but it doesn't matter. The Axe is already dead. 2 heroes dead. They have buyback. They need to use it. They don't, though. Double kill for the Warlock. Gets the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. That's really the only threat on their team right now. In the back line, these two, they have the Fatal Bonds up online. They're thinking about when to go in. The Venomancer drops a Venomous Gale. All of the spells dropped as they can onto the Venomancer. He gets his ult off anyway. It doesn't matter. He's living. He's just slightly faster, but the open wounds, is he going to be taken down? He's invisible. The Warlock dropping everything he can. In comes the Venomous Gale. He's getting kited. The Lifestealer doesn't get the kill. Godlike streak for the Warlock. PA just fucking around in the back line because she's too strong to kill.
I mean, level 22.
Level 22. This isn't even a very farmed PA. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a Battle Fury, a BKB, and a Morbid Mask. She's sitting pretty on 4.6k gold now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. They're just going to go for tier 4s. Spirit Breaker apologizes for Team R Noob. It was a GG. I'm sorry. Cutting back on the BM for the enemy team, laying it thick on his team. Io with the surprise buyback, looking for a real fight now. He goes in with the Spirit Breaker. It doesn't matter. The PA's on the back line. She's critting him down. She throws a dagger. She's fountain diving. It doesn't matter. There comes the Lifestealer. Give me that gold, bitch. That's what he's doing in the back line. It doesn't matter. They can't kill the PA. She's literally an unkillable beast. And that's going to be a GG coming out for the Radiant victory. Thanks for tuning in. This has been The Villains.
I would like to interject. Guess who got MVP? The Warlock.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
11-3, 21, I gotta say, one of your finer games. Let's go ahead and get an interview in from one of the players. Wouldn't you fucking know it? We got a player here from the Radiant team, the Warlock, Tricep Me, a.k.a. our very own, actually, Villain Studios, Miguel. Do tell us what was going through your mind in that game.
I'm actually insane, and I'm the best Warlock player in the world.
Wow. I mean, you heard it here. You did, yeah.
See, you're speechless. I was that damn good.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing and watching Dota for...
Did you see how I got that fucking Venom alive?
Going on 9 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 10 years?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. And that was the best Warlock I've ever seen.
Well, thanks, man.
It wasn't, but you don't gotta tell him that.
What did he say? I can't hear lower decibels.
Alrighty, we're gonna wrap it up here from Actually Villains. These are your hosts, Tokyo and Tidy Whitey's McGee. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.